Welcome to this week's episode of I Can't Even. I'm Caitlin Stamis.
And I'm your favorite blonde I Can't Even anchor, Zach Myers. Halloween is around the corner. If you haven't found your costume yet, then you need to get cracking on that. If you're a guy, you need to be creative. You can't just put on a costume from Party City anymore. You have to make it yourself and make something that you would never find at Party City. For example, find a costume and be the Reverend Al Sharpton for Halloween. If you're a girl, it is a lot easier. Just find the shortest skirt or shorts in your closet and cut them in half. Make it as either brown, black, or white, but if it's a different color, it really doesn't matter. Wear a matching shirt, then put $1's worth of paint on your face and nose and call yourself a cat. But it's Halloween, and cats don't wear clothes, and neither do you. Also, since it's Halloween, you aren't a cat, you are a pussycat. What are you going to be for Halloween?
Well, pussycat was on my list, but now that you totally threw that to shreds, I am kind of out of options, so...
Well, I was thinking I'd be Bill Clinton for Halloween.
Oh my gosh, I can be Monica. We can be Bill and Monica.
No, you're going to have to be Hillary, because Monica's never seen out in public.
Yeah, but, yeah, that's true, but Monica's on Twitter now.
You're a commuter, so you can't even go out. So.
Yeah, so Monica.
Okay. Well, you have probably heard of a haunted house before, but have you ever heard of a haunted ship? Well, right here in Wisconsin, that is becoming a reality. The haunted ship is catered towards people who go into a haunted house thinking, I love haunted houses, but I hate how I can just walk out of the house to escape the terror. I wish there was no way I could escape peeing in my pants and having nightmares for the next 30 years. So, if you're one of those people, well then, the only thing you need to do this Halloween is visit the counseling center.
Discovery World sure knows how to bring out your inner child. That's probably why they're charging $25 to $55 in admission for this year's Halloween event. It turns out children can participate in their very own murder mystery party. But keeping it PG, they decided to name it Sleuth and Suspect. All participants are required to whip out their Gilded Age costumes from 1901 and board the Dennis Sullivan ship. One can either be a suspect or a sleuth. Go with the sleuth, college kids, it's cheaper. Or find clues to discover who really stole all the missing booty. Venture through the set of J-Lo's latest music video. Wait, that's not right. Rephrase. Venture through Discovery World in searching of the missing booty, aka treasure. Also, next week, Wednesday, October 29th, from 3 to 6 p.m., get ready to open your door to the children of the greater Milwaukee area. Every year, Marquette runs Hall-oween. Clever, right? And this year, all of you residents don't need to be sad about missing out because you can be a part of the fun, too. If you live in a Marquette-owned apartment or residence hall, you can volunteer to hand out candy to children. Now, the question is, what in the world will you give these kids? Candy would be the first option, but since you're trying to gain the freshman 15, you'll probably eat all of it before Wednesday. So the second option comes down to ramen. At least there's a variety of flavors to choose from, including shrimp and chicken. But above all else, it's a great event for the children, and even all of you can help out those who may not have otherwise been able to trick or treat.
Well, I love handing out candy to little kids. Attention all nerds! Humans vs. Zombies is back for the Halloween season. That's right! Join your fellow nerds for a registration meeting. Inhalers will not be provided at the meeting. Bond with your fellow nerds about how chemistry really isn't that hard. After attending the meeting, let the zombie takeover begin. For me, this is one of the greatest times of the year. There's nothing like laughing at people while walking to class. You know, every once in a while you witness someone trip and fall on their face? Well, with Humans vs. Zombies, you are guaranteed to see some interesting scenes on the way to class. So, if you have been avoiding that sociology project, which requires you to people watch, I'd recommend completing it while Humans vs. Zombies is going on.
Breaking news to all of you thinking about where you want to live next year, Humphrey Hall is now becoming a dorm for sophomores, while McCabe will be a Marquette apartment complex. Now, I know all of you freshmen were pretty stoked to live in McCabe since it's pretty sick. But Humphrey Hall isn't that bad, right? There's a piano, ping pong table, and even a computer room. That's living in luxury, am I right? Honestly, the switch makes little to no sense at all. Why take a fully functioning and nice residence hall and turn it into an apartment? I don't know. Nonetheless, all of you better get ready to figure out what you're going to do next year because it'll be some slim pickings.
Well, have you ever wondered or wanted to learn how to cook, Marquette? Ever wanted to learn how to cook from a world-renowned chef? Then check out this video of me teaching you how to make pasta. Take it away, me.
Hello, people. Welcome to I Can't Even cooking version. Now you're probably wondering, how do you make food? And I'm going to show you the way to make food, but what kind of food? Also, there's the right way to do it, which is my way, and then there's the boring way to do it. Today we're going to do the right way. We're also going to do my way. We have penne, which of course I'm going to be making the way you should make pasta. And then rotini, the roller coaster of pastas, the way that you should really make pasta in my opinion. So first things first, we can't really put it in there yet because the water's not hot yet. So we're gonna put some salt in it. This will be my rotini. This will be my penne. So and put some right here. And you really want a lot for the rotini or for the pasta. So you need a lot of it. Maybe a little bit more like that. That's probably good. That might be too much. We're just gonna put it right in the boiling water. First off, you need to closely examine each noodle and make sure that it's ready to be eaten. This one's gonna be good. You just pour it right on in there. First, you want garlic salt. Nothing tastes good unless you put garlic salt in there. So it's boiling pretty good right now, so you wanna just, dump that in there. If you're not sneezing because of this, you did not put enough in. Alright, so we got the garlic salt in there. Next we have parsley. That's to make it look fancy. So if you actually bring it to, like a potluck, you can say that you bought it at a restaurant. Everything's fancier with a little bit of parsley. Next, you're definitely going to want this onion salt. I told you we didn't have onions. The next best thing is onion salt. Who would have thought that if you just combine the two best things in the world, onion and salt, you'd have something beautiful. So, this stuff is really loosening it up, so you need to put something to make it a little bit more thicker in there. And what better way to do that than to find your favorite skimpy, super chunky peanut butter, and you want to get a good spoonful of that in there. This is just the way that they actually wanted you to make pasta. This isn't the way that they actually tell you. You just want to get it off in there. Yeah. Just put the spoon in there. There you go. Well, obviously our pasta is done, so now I can show you. We kind of skipped a few steps in the process, but let me ask you this question. Which would you rather eat? This gross, ew. Let's try and taste the way that they would want you to make it. Ugh. Oh, gross. Alright, so obviously that way's no good. Now my way. Look, you can just get into this. It looks like a cake, and who wouldn't want cake for dinner? Let's try a little piece of my beautiful concoction. That was delicious. That's the way you make pasta. Beautiful. Alright, so now you know what pasta should look like. Right, wrong. Right, wrong. So, hopefully now you can order the cookbook. Call 1-800-396-4412 to get the Zach Myers cookbook on how to cook. That's it for us. We'll send it back to me.
Looks scrumptious, Zach. Now, I don't know if this is breaking news or even important, but considering that most of our tuition is probably going towards Marquette Basketball, I thought, why not dribble down that court? So as many of you know, every year there's the Big East breakdown, and turns out Marquette ranked at number 9 on the list. They started off the article saying that Marquette was mediocre last year. Well, good thing last year wasn't my first year. They go on stating all these statistics as to why Marquette is number 9 and saying that we have a couple of nice recruits, and that was it. So ultimately, I sat through this entire article bored and thought, I hope there's better sports articles out there. I'll leave you with this. There's a transfer from Indiana that isn't eligible until after the first trimester, but he's 6'11", so he's winning in terms of basketball life. But the real winners are all those hot male cheerleaders.
Well, we now move on to the Marquette Three, where each week we count down the top 3 answers to a question about Marquette. This week's question, what do you need to accomplish before the end of October at Marquette? And number 3, go to advising so that you can tell your advisor all about your plans and they can just nod their head while looking at you and give you that ever so valuable signature for registration. And number 2, complete the online academic integrity quiz by grabbing a few friends to check answers and complete the quiz before Marquette gives you a stern warning that you didn't complete it. And the number one thing that you need to do by the end of October is break something in a McCormick common room. If you haven't broken something in McCormick yet, and don't by the end of October, you won't even be considered for living in Schrader next year.
Don't move out of your seats quite yet. When we come back to I Can't Even, we're going to hit you with some Hollywood gossip and viral videos.